Narinig niyo na itong common mindset na ito. Okay pa naman tayo, may pang-grocery tayo, may pambayad tayo sa bills. Okay na 'to. Question, is just getting by really enough? Yan ang pag-uusapan po natin sa episode na ito. Hi there! Welcome to another episode of Happy Spouse, Happy House. This is Coach Chinky. And today we're going to talk about another money myth na yung as long as we have enough, okay na to. Oo, parang yung naalala ko may isang nanay na nagluluto, okay na to. Pag-uusapan po natin kung talagang okay na ba to kasi alam nyo, sa totoo lang, ultimately, hindi naman talaga mahalaga kung magkano kinikita mo, ang mahalaga kung paano natin minamanage to. At the same time, aalamin din natin yung ganitong klaseng mindset, does it align also with God's wisdom? Okay, so yung myth na as long as we have enough, we don't need to plan. Okay, let's be honest. May mga panahon talaga nagkakasya talaga ang budget natin or tinatawag nating sakto lang. Tama? Para siyang soft drinks. And sometimes, yung sakto lang feels okay. Diba? Pagka walang unexpected expenses. Like, medical emergency, may nasiring sasakyan, nawala ng work, nawala ng kita, humina ang negosyo. Kaya okay lang yung sinasabi mong sakto lang. Pero hindi na siya okay pagka may dumating na yung mga pangyayari na hindi natin inasahan, biglang may nagkasakit, may nagka-hospital. That's when stress comes in. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, okay lang, okay na to, sakto lang. No, kung wala kang plano, wala kang savings, wala kang backup, wala kang emergency fund, panic mode agad. Kaya nga, even if we feel like we have enough right now, the question is, kailangan para natin magplano. Because the reality is this, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So right now, let us look at the biblical perspective. Bakit ba natin kailangan magplano? Because, again, the Bible says, the plan of the diligent people lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty and do not plan comes to poverty. Proverbs 21:5 po yan. Ang ganda ng verse na ito. Ibig sabihin, kung masipag tayo, maingat po tayo sa pagpaplano, ang kalalabasan yun, ipagpapala, di ba? Sagana. It's not about surviving. It's all about thriving. Di ba? Kaya nga, ito lang po, that's the reason why I want to encourage you in my personal finance, which I teach, di ba? Parating sinasabi ko, level 1 income day to day, level 2 week to week, level 3 month to month, level 4 year to year. Okay? So kung itong 4 levels na ito, alin sa palagay nyo ang pinaka-dangerous level? Alam mo yung pinaka-dangerous level is level 3. Why? Why not level 1 and 2? Kasi in level 1 and 2, day to day and week to week, pag ikaw nasa ganung posisyon ka, you will do everything possible in your power to get out of that situation. Dahil mahirap maging mahirap. So, anong ginawa mo? Nagpursige ka, gumawa ka ng paraan, naghanap ka ng trabaho, nagtayo ka ng negosyo, kumikita ka na on level 3. Akinsi at renta, stable na income mo, nakakain mo na gusto mo, napupunta mo na gusto mo, di ba na-appreciate mo na yung gusto mo. Ang problema, hindi ka nagplano for level 4. Wala kang tinatawag na 1 year. Ito yung level 4, yearly yan eh. 1 year of emergency fund. So ano po nangyari? Nung nagkaroon ng emergency on level 3, ano nangyari? Bumalik ulit sa level 1 and 2. Isang kahig, isang tuka. Again, grind ka ulit, punta ka sa level 3. Pagkatapos may nangyari ulit na emergency, balik ulit sa level 1 and 2. However, think about this. If you plan, nag-save ka ng emergency fund, nag-sacrifice ka, na sa level 4 ka, may 1 year kang emergency fund. Just in case something happens to your finances. Level 4, alam mo mangyari, you have 1 year of emergency fund that you can live on without any stress. Hindi kasi sakto may sobra. Diba? At kung tama ka sa level 4, babalik ka na sa level 3. Does it make sense? Pero tingnan mo, kung pabaya tayo, laging padalos-dalos, walang plano, ay nako, maghihirap ka talaga, babalik ka sa level 1 and 2. And it makes a lot of sense. Do you agree? Kung ikaw, hindi ka nagpaplano, hindi natin namamalayan, unting-unti na tayong naubusan. Kaya nga dapat, hindi tayo umasa lang mga kapatid, my friendship, especially as youth couple, na sapat lang. Dapat maging intentional tayo with our finances that we should have more than enough. Ay nako, let's talk about reality. Yung paycheck to paycheck niyan, mentality also. Alam mo ba na maraming couples po ang living paycheck to paycheck. Pag oras hindi sumahod, may problema na. 'Di ba? Walang savings, walang emergency fund, at minsan napipilitan na mangutang sa biglaang gastusin. And you know what? This creates a lot of financial stress. And then once you have financial stress, it will also affect yung creep into marital stress. Kasi kapag wala kang financial savings, kahit maliit ang problema, nagiging malaking issue. O sample, nasira ang ref, wala kang extra. So, mapapanis ang pagkain, magagalit si misis. Stress ka na. O biglang gastusin sa school, sa anak. O, di ba? Saan mo kukunin? Ike-credit card mo. Tapos wala ka rin pambayad. May nagkasakit sa pamilya. Stress agad, utang agad. Di ba?
Napansin mo ba kapag pera ang topic, laging may tensyon? Minsan, simpleng tanong lang, magkano ang natira? Biglang nagiging mainit ang usapan.
Maraming couples ang nakaka-relate dyan, pero sina Coach Chinky at Novi Antan dumadaan din sa ganyan. At yan mismo ang dahilan kung bakit nila isinulat ang Pera ni Mister at Pera ni Mrs.
Ngayon mas kalmado na ang Money Talks. Mas maayos ang plano at mas masaya sa teamwork. Type happy to get this book at para maibalik ang tiwala at teamwork sa usapang pera.
Get it now. Limited time only.
Kaya nga guys, let me encourage you. Napaka-importante talaga yung planning. Diba? Hindi natin gusto na mabuhay tayo na parating stressful. So right now, for people who's listening to this podcast and you're sick and tired of that situation and you're saying, enough is enough, ayaw na ng sakto, ito na dapat mong gawin. Okay, kumuha ka ng papel, ball pen, start writing this down. Number 1, start with the budget. Mag-usap kayo. Alam ko maraming tao ayaw pag-usapan ng budget dahil wala nang iba budget. O if natakot mag-budget. Alam mo kasi, feeling kasi natin, pag nagbabudget, nare-restrict tayo. It's actually the entire opposite. Budgeting is allocation. Diba? Nag-allocate ka. Naghanap ka ng pera para panggastos. Actually, budgeting is not restriction. It's the opposite. It's freedom. Bakit? Kasi pag nakapag-budget ka ng maayos, alam mo na saan napupunta ang pera mo. Hindi mo na kailangang mag-alala ng pambayad ng bills, groceries, diba? Meron kasing pondo. Alam mo saan nanggagaling. Kaya matuto tayong mag-budget. Mag-budget tayo. Number 2, build an emergency fund. Napaka-importante nito. Kahit maliit mo na mag-set aside ka ng fund pang cover ng unexpected expenses. Like for example, di ba pa 500 pesos, 1,000 pesos, kung ano kaya mo itabi, mag-umpisa ka. Ang goal natin, 3 months, 6 months, then 1 year worth of our living expense. Di ba? Para wala tayong problema. Number 3, plan for the future, not just for today. Huwag tayong mabuhay na bahala na si Batman at si Robin. Diba? Mag-set tayo ng short, medium, and long-term goals. Short, diba, 1 to 5 years, medium, 6 to 20, long-term, 21 and above. Short, let's say, emergency fund. Mid-term, like bahay, sasakyan, lupa, diba? And long-term, retirement and investment. Alam mo ang kagandahan, pag may plano kayo bilang magsawa, hindi mo na kailangan maghintay ng mana. Hindi mo na kailangan maghintay ng swerte. O kasi kaniniwala ang swerte, baka malasing ka. Ang kailangan mo, iplanuhin mo at create mo na yung future mo. Yes, some of you are saying, Chinky, maganda yung sinasabi mo, pero paano kami mag-uumpisa? Ito lang po, let me encourage you. Magplano kayo. Pag-usapan nyo. Kasi planning brings peace and financial stability. So, paano natin paplanuhin? Number 1, value what God has to say about your money. Again, ulitin ko. Value what God has to say about your money. Ultimately, it is God. God owns everything. When God owns everything, if you agree, we own nothing. At the same time, God reminds us that planning leads to abundance. Kanina pinag-usapan na natin yan. Planuhin nyo kung ano yung gusto ni Lord para sa inyong mag-asawa. Number 2, stop living paycheck to paycheck. Because paycheck to paycheck, financial stress. Diba? Number 3, create financial roadmap. Kasama na doon, pagpa-budget, emergency fund. Budget and emergency fund. And then number 4, planning brings stability. and peace sa inyong mag-asawa. Kasi na-set nyo na yung short term nyo, medium term, long term nyo, nakakapagplano na together. At the same time, it makes your marriage stronger. Nagkakaroon kayo ng strong bond. Kaya para sa mga tao naman nagsasabi, Chinky, kailangan namin ng tulong. Pagdating sa pagbabudget, I suggest that I created a tool already, yung tinatawag na Piso Planner. Piso Planner helps you to budget. Susulat mo na lang. Sa budgeting planner na ito, napakaganda because fill in the blanks na. Sulat nyo na lang mag-asawa yung mga gastusin nyo dito. And then, yung tubig, kuryente, upa, meron ng item. Tapos ang kagandahan, you can also ipon together. May 60,000 ipon challenge to. Yeah. Start ka ng 20 pesos, 50, 100. Pag nabuhay, may 60,000 ka. So, I hope that this planner can help you. Itong Piso Planner na ito. As we close, I just want to encourage us wise couple, don't just live for today. Diba? You live as if today will be your last day, but you plan as if you're going to live 100 years. Prepare for your tomorrow. Hindi natin alam kung ano magiging future, pero alam po natin na pwede natin pagplanuhan. Kaya sana nakatulong tong episode na ito. Maraming salamat again for joining Happy Spouse, Happy House. And tatandaan kung bakit po kami nandito. We are here to build stronger relationships, one family at a time. Dahil kami ay naniniwala, bawat pamilya ay may pag-asa.